how to lose and how to choose.
Well, hello, this is Linda Carbonell, and welcome to another edition of Walking Through Life TV show. Today I happen to have one of my favorite people, Lynn Bohai. Hi, Lynn, how you doing?
All right, and you?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad to have you to celebrate this part of Hartford. So it's the Hartford Garden Friends. It's great. You guys do a wonderful job downtown and all over the place. How far out do you go anyway to grow flowers?
We have fun doing it. We do have a member who's in Quechee, and she does a garden in Quechee, but, and we have one in West Hartford, and then Hartford Village and Wilder and Wai'ur.
It's just gorgeous. You walk down Main Street and you can see them right there, right at the park, right by the polka dot,
Yep.
by the train station.
Yep.
You can see them right going down to the courthouse. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
They're all public places.
Yeah.
That's one of our self-imposed rules, that we only plant in public spaces.
It's beautiful. You know, I think it inspired me to grow my garden. Oh my gosh, I've got a big garden too. I got roses and just all kinds of different flowers, experimenting with them and stuff. But it just brightens up the whole road.
Yes,
I got people
absolutely.
walking down saying, "Oh, I love your garden," you know. We walk downtown. Aren't those flowers beautiful?
We have to, keep the weeds out and water them occasionally.
Right,
So people usually walk by and say, "Wow, you guys, this is really nice."
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a garden group that likes to play in the dirt and get our hands dirty and actually work.
I do too, except for when it comes to worms. I make my husband pick them out.
Well, worms mean good soil. That's good.
I know, but whenever I go to turn anything over or dig or anything, I'll take them with me so I can take the wormies.
And put them to good
fishing.
use. Right.
That's right.
Sounds good.
So how many people do you have that's on the garden?
Oh dear. I think we're about 25 maybe.
Wow, that's a lot.
We don't have that many gardens because most people work in pairs. There are a couple gardens that are big enough that we have 3 people in a garden.
It just makes the world a difference. They're just so beautiful.
They're really fun.
I think that shows a part of you and part of the Garden Friends too, is that they want to show this bright, that the streets of White River and the streets of Hartford or wherever can be beautiful again.
Right.
It doesn't have to be all sad.
I think that's a lot of why the 2 guys who started it. They were both, they had their gardens at home, but they were both very community oriented. Paul Bennett and Victor Rubity started it way back when. Victor have you ever walked from downtown to uptown and there are those rock faces on the side past what used to be 25,000 Gifts, the Listen store?
Yep.
Victor used to plant flowers in those rock faces.
Wow.
And a friend of mine said you can still see them today. And Victor moved, 10 or 15 years ago. So he was a really good gardener. Anyway, the 2 of them started it, and I think it was to help make Hartford beautiful and feel like someone cared about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the downtown businesses actually, so the 2 guys got together and formed a group in 1991, according to my shirt, and it sort of grew and shrank and grew, and were supported by contributions from many of the businesses around town.
Nice.
Who understand the value of having flowers and having it look like somebody cares about downtown, because we do,
Right.
and they do.
Right.
So they say thank you and help us buy our flowers.
If somebody else wanted to say the same thank you, they could do that.
Absolutely.
How would they go about doing that?
We have a post office box in Wilder. Oh, you're going to make me put my glasses on and tell
there
you what.
go. Put your glasses on.
What our post office box. P.O. Box 884, Wilder. 05088.
Nice.
So, just because our treasurer goes away for the winter doesn't mean we don't check the box. We do. We just actually had a display at the voting day in March, and we had a little display and a little contribution box, and we did okay.
Yeah.
Several people came and said nice things and left us donations.
Yeah, I've always wanted to say thank you, and I never knew who did it. It's like this mysterious people.
Fairies!
Gardens.
The flower fairies!
Gorgeous. And I know how it can be to work in the garden, but I know working in my garden, it gives me thrills, you know?
Yes,
It's just,
absolutely.
you know, it's just creating something so colorful and so beautiful, and it shows your personality. So I can imagine that's what the other people that work with you also feel is part of you and a part of your personality.
Yes.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we do that's different from if you go around, when you go to West Leb, you see that they have those gorgeous barrels with hot pink petunias that are absolutely beautiful. But that's what it is. It's barrels with hot pink petunias.
Yeah.
Where our gardens do reflect more the personality of the person, the people who are caring for the garden. We go and we buy our plants from Sherburne Farms in Sharon, Pomfret, that sort of area. And each person picks out whatever they want to pick out that year.
Oh, that's nice.
So you get to experiment, you get to, you know, be creative, you get to try out new flowers. You know, whether you tried it out in your garden at home last year or whether you're going to try it out in your garden friend's garden to see if you want to take it home to your home garden, we don't care. As long as you take care of the garden friend garden.
So you like, okay, so like take downtown, you've got a couple of parks there. You got the one right there across the street from the Hotel Coolidge, which is absolutely beautiful. And I've never seen the polka dot dressed up so much as that little garden right beside the polka dot. It's just so nice to have that right there.
2 people do that one. One of our, I think, original members, Anne McGrone, and Carol Kendall do those 2 together. And they, you know, they make it look like it is a cohesive unit with the same flowers.
And I've seen them go down South Main Street too, like on the bank, or you know, on the used to be the Mascoma Bank. Is that it? Is that part of the garden? I thought so. And then they have different things just starting right down there. You know, when you go over by the Methodist Church and all that, there's some different things over by, what's that place called? Used to be a car store. Car place. You know what Methodist Church?
Yeah.
Beside it?
Oh, Miller Auto. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Do we have any at Miller Auto? I don't think we have one in that vicinity. We have the one here at Tip Top.
Yep.
That's one of ours.
Just right out here.
Yeah.
Now that's gorgeous too.
Yeah.
I know, it's nice.
I loved
It's
it.
just-
The year Gabriel, who does the masks in
Yep.
this building, had made a shoe, a big
Oh,
wire
really? I didn't
mesh
see that.
shoe.
Yeah.
And they shared his shoe. And it was in Barb's garden, and she had a vine that grew through the shoe. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what happened to the shoe.
But it gives me, you know, it gives me encouragement, and also gives me ideas for my garden. You
Yes.
know, you go by, oh, this one grows this big, or this one grows that big, or you know.
Sometimes an experiment. We really aren't sure how big they're going to grow, but
Depends on what and even the size of the packages. Sometimes they can be bigger. You know, it's kind of hard to coordinate that. Like my landlord finally took off these big shrubs right beside my house. So he put daylilies in, and it made it kind of empty. So I planted some tulips in there, and then I took some miracle rose and put them right in the front to make kind of like a shoehorn thing. And then I had my rose garden over here, and I had the stuff that grows under shade underneath my tree.
oh, nice.
Yeah, green, and then had the red in it too, so it's really pretty. So I think my whole front yard is going to turn out being flowers. I really do. It's just
That'll be nice. That'll be beautiful.
And what a way to get exercise, too,
Absolutely.
you know? You're down there and weeding and planting and,
Absolutely.
yeah, taking good care of them.
I used to have the garden at Hartford High School before they put the lights in and
Yeah.
did all that stuff. And my knees don't work the way they used to.
I know.
So I have to bend over from the middle, and people would say, "I know you. You're the gardener." And it's like, and I'd turn around and bend down and show them my hiney and say, "Yep, that's you."
Yeah, there you can see a good gardener. But I'm encouraged too because I've heard of people that go out and start vegetable gardens and do all kinds of good things with gardens, you know. And I think we got away from that whole garden growing things for a while. And I'm just so encouraged and so glad to see them back. Blueberry bushes, raspberry bushes.
You're talking
You know,
about Transition Town now.
Yeah. Oh, this? Yeah.
Yes, the Raspberry Revolution is a part of Transition Town.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Yes.
because that's downtown too. But I mean other people that I know that have been inspired by just seeing how beautiful that Hartford looks. They decided, well, I could grow my own
Oh.
vegetables.
Oh, cool.
Like butternut squash and
Sure.
summer squash and, all that. Like I said, somebody else that's got it in the backyard that decided to grow strawberries, watermelons, you name it,
Well,
And I think it just takes looking and seeing, hey, other people are doing it.
And it also takes the food scares that have, you get salmonella from spinach, for heaven's
I
sakes.
know.
Well, if you grow your own, you know,
Yep.
you know how it was cared for, and you know to wash it off, and yeah. And the Upper Valley Food Co-op, along with Transition Town, has the vegetable gardens down
Yes.
in
I
Radcliffe Park.
interviewed Woodland Hands was talking about that.
Oh,
It was
nice.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
And isn't it good that we can go and volunteer to do some of that too,
Yes.
We can do that, we can do the flowers.
Yes.
And I think flowers has always been a part of mine, just because I got that personality,
Yes.
The bigger the flower or the more colorful the flower, it represents me,
Yeah.
And I can see that with you too. I can just see these beautiful red roses growing in your house or something. I got red roses. I got peach and white ones too.
I have to put shade at my house to grow things.
You
But-
do? You have to put shade?
Well, I have to find things that grow well in shade, and that's,
Oh, grow well in shade,
that's
yeah.
not roses. So
No. Oh, I've got the tree here and I've got sunshine over here. So that's the rose garden there, and this one here is the shade stuff. They don't have very much stuff for shade.
no,
Not really.
I used to grow my tomatoes in the backyard in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
I grow them now in the front yard because it's the only place with sun.
What a difference though from eating a homegrown tomato than
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, and you can either pick it early and have green tomatoes, or go and wash them off and set them on your shelf, or whatever you want to do with them.
I've got a friend who has very actively reproducing tomato, and they talk about how many tomatoes they get, and they talk about finger blight, which means
Just so they grow as cherry tomatoes, huh?
that's
Yeah.
the cherry tomatoes they usually have.
Or blueberries. It's like
Yes, absolutely.
It's like my friend that lives upstairs from me plopped a blueberry bush in my garden one year when I had strawberries. So now I took the strawberries out so I could plant something else there. And he has his blueberry patch there too, but of course he can't see it from up where he's at. So if I get sneaky enough and come out and just pick some blueberries, and just tell him the birds were here.
He'll believe it.
I don't know. Last year I got to blame it on some little kids that lived next door.
Oh.
Yeah. They didn't say nothing to me because I figured the kids brought them. Of course, I like blueberries. I like strawberries too. But my friend in the back had strawberries, and she was growing the kind that get really big and come out of flower plots and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, really pretty.
wow.
So it's always neat to think about what's the new flower. I love that.
I think I've gotten a vegetable catalog, but I'm not sure I've gotten a flower catalog.
Oh, I just go to Home Depot or Kmart or wherever and look at them and just see what they either turn out to be, buy the bulbs or whatever. Yeah, that's how I do it. Or, I'll see a plant that's half grown. Oh, that might be pretty,
I sometimes go to the place where we get our flowers often grows a brand of seed called Proven Winners. And you can Google Proven Winners on the computer, and you can think about it a little bit. You can see them and read about, you know, how big they grow.
Oh, nice.
And see pictures, and not that the Sherburne Farms always has exactly what's on the computer, but if you,
So it must be fun going through and trying to and finding the ones that you want. You
Yes.
know? I mean, that must be a lot of fun. So you have 25 volunteers now,
Yep.
and you're still looking for more.
Yes.
You still need more.
Some of us are getting a little older. No, all of us are getting a little older.
Well, what a great way to give of yourself is to be able to volunteer to make, you know, Hartford, Sharon, Queegee, all those places more beautiful. I think it's and if you have a car, that's helpful.
Yeah, but we've got members who don't have cars.
Really, they just go in that town. They'd have to go in their town.
Laura, who has a show here, lives down, I think, somewhere near you, and her garden used to be at the American Legion when it was a public space.
Yeah.
And before right now it's underneath the bus shelter.
The flowers or
Yeah,
Where
where
it used to
her
be.
garden used to be
Oh,
is
yeah.
under the bus shelter. So
Oh.
we've lost a bunch of gardens in the last couple of years. The federal agency made some regulations that
Oh, they did?
So I don't know if you know there's one in Wilder. In front of the cemetery in Wilder that we had to shrink and totally change the look of it because of these federal regulations. And the one on the corner of 5 and 14 by the grocery store, we had to change the way it looks too, because we used to park a vehicle by the garden and water it we've got barrels and a pump and hoses and that stuff, and we would water, but the feds say you can't do that anymore. And the one in Wilder, he would drag a hose across the road, and we can't do that anymore either. So we've changed what we grow there, and they're all now perennials that have to take care of themselves,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Well,
So we've lost some color, but
yeah.
we still got the green.
Well, you never know, though. Perennials, sometimes they can be,
We've tried to find really nice ones,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah. And I think it's a great opportunity for anybody that, you know, may have nothing really to do at one particular time or another, that may enjoy going out and doing a little gardening.
It's good to go to the garden, you know, like once a week, and we have meetings once a month, so it's
Oh, you
not
do?
a
Oh,
big,
good.
huge drain on your time.
Right.
Most of your time goes to
Taking care of your garden.
taking care of the garden, depending upon what you choose to plant there. You have to go and deadhead and weed.
It's deadhead. You used a term I didn't know.
Oh, sorry. So it's been in bud, and then it bloomed,
Oh, okay.
and then it died.
Okay.
And it's got a dead head
Oh, okay, I see.
that you just have to off.
Click them off, yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, it's like I said, my friend too is also, you know him, Glenn.
Yeah.
But he's also taught me how to, you know, when I have the flowers that have gone by or whatever, to take them, and you can actually take the seeds from them, dry them out, and use them again the next year. You know, or you put them somewhere else. Or,
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat. You know, I got people all around me that are helping me just, you know, make my garden special. Yeah.
We all get to grow that way, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's certainly a way of expression.
Yes.
Definitely. It just it means a lot to me too. But I did want to take time, if you could, look at the camera and let them know how they would get a hold of you if if they're interested in volunteering or finding out more about the Hartford Flower Gardens.
Okay.
Friends.
So my phone number is 295-5596. My name's Lynn Bohai. and I'm the president right now for another year. And we meet the third Thursday of every month, starting this month. We don't meet in the wintertime. And we're working on a location. We sort of spent the last year moving around a bit. We're going to be meeting at the Eves Library at the Haven, the single-person shelter at the Haven, on whatever the third Thursday of April is. And then anyway, that's where we meet. And we meet at 7 o'clock. We're usually done by 8, and then we sort of hang around and chat for another.
Of course, it's a fun time.
Yes, absolutely. We're called garden friends because we're supposed to be, making friends with each other.
That's right, yeah. And speaking of that too, as a producer myself, I would love to maybe come and watch you start the gardens and then come back and watch them grow up a little bit. Would love to take a camera out and just witness some of that, bring it to the people.
I'm sure you could do that.
Yeah.
We have enough.
You have to get the okay
around.
though, because a lot of people are camera shy.
That's very true.
But you wouldn't be. You've been on camera. Get you.
I have what's called my hidden garden. My garden's up at the Public Works facility.
Oh, nice.
So not a whole lot of people see it.
Well, it's still there. I'll go up and check it out.
Okay.
Got to get it growing a little bit though.
Yeah.
Or go and see it be planted. That's fun.
Mine's an unusual one because it's sort of a mix of a lot of perennials and then I add the annuals for a little more color.
Yeah. I'm sure it's beautiful.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. But what a fun way to give you your time and,
Absolutely.
just make your personality aware to people, Let them know you like bright colors that bring smiles to people's faces. The unusual flower, there's so many of them that you can bring that people have never seen or that people have seen and just think are, beautiful. Make somebody happy. Go plant a flower, Give Lynn a call and, she'll set you right up and show you right way to go.
And you don't have to garden alone. Most of our gardens are done by 2 or 3 people.
Nice.
Although if you're a good gardener, you can have one by yourself. That's totally your choice.
Yeah, I think that's just so important. I just see so many people that would like to do that.
I hope so. We would love to have some more
Yeah.
new members. We got a couple new members last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good. So that's the plan then. We're going to be able to come back and we're going to go and check out how you grow your garden.
Okay.
That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
We usually, people who have, yes, it would be great. People who've lived around here for a long time know that when you can plant, and it's usually between Mother's Day and Memorial Day that we pick up our flowers from the greenhouse. I have to make that arrangement, don't I?
Another thing you have to worry about.
The joys of presidenthood, whatever. But you plant it whenever your ground is ready.
And also I wanted people to know too, we're going to have some of this information at the end of this show too.
Okay.
So, and then we'll get in touch and we'll see where you're going to go and where we can film and all that kind of good stuff.
We have this little brochure that tells you that tells you about us.
We'll put that up there so they can see it better.
That would be very good.
Yeah, and Lynn, thank you so much for coming by, and we look forward to coming out and checking the gardens out. And
That'd be fun.
take a camera out and take a look.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thanks. Always good to see you.
Good to see you too. So this is Linda Carbonneau saying goodbye for Walking Through Life today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.